Hey, Daddy Abdullah. I have fallen in love, well, let's put it this way, more times than anybody I know. I love going into falling in love. I love falling in love. I've talked to a lot of you guys about that. All kind of people trying to get a hold of me. I love everybody's trying to get a hold of me, but right now I'm trying to tape a recording here. Okay, let me tell you what. I love falling in love. We're going to talk about falling in love right now. But let me tell you a very scary thing about falling in love. When you fall in love, some stuff happens in your brain. I want you to get this. I'm not going to get real complicated. You have a dopamine shower. It's a hormonal shower of euphoria, like amazing feelings of whoa. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. If you've been in love before, you know what I'm talking about. Alice and I were talking about this a while back, and she was telling me that she wanted to so much fall in love, and we talked about that. But I'm going to tell you what. It's a shower of amazing feelings. And then comes the honeymoon phase. Now, the honeymoon phase is a phase of the relationship where you don't really see any wrong in the other person. It's like a bliss. And the reason it's bliss is because you're living in the present moments. You're living in the very present moments, and you're kind of blinded because you're so blissfully happy because you're in love. The responsibility of you making yourself happy is kind of gone because somebody came into your life and made you happy for once. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. They made you happy, so you started going, whoa, I'm finally happy. Somebody made me happy for once. And I don't have to make myself happy. But that doesn't last because when it comes right down to it, you always got to be the one to make yourself happy. You can never depend on somebody else to make you happy. My wife and I married 27 years ago. We know we're not going to make each other happy. We're going to add to each other's happiness. Yeah, we are. But we're not going to be the ones to make each other happy. There's a big difference. I can't make you happy if I'm in love with you. I can gift you a honeymoon phase where for a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, maybe the last 6 months, where you just are in la-la land, but you're in bliss because it just seems so amazing that you're in love and I'm in love. So we're in love and we're just happy. Like I say, there's a dopamine shower going on in your brain where you're just like in a blissful condition. And that dopamine shower overlooks the flaws and the faults and the human characteristics and the shortcomings of that other person. But eventually it goes away. We make the mistake of thinking that this shower we're having, emotional shower of blissfulness and glee and happiness, is going to last forever, but it never does. I'm going to make a confession. I've been in love about 300 and some times. I tell people 327 times. But I'm telling you what, they never last. Not one of my falling in loves have lasted. I fell in love with Tanya 27 years ago, and I'm not in love with her anymore like I was then. The honeymoon phase ended 27 years ago. But through a stroke of miracles, we're still together. We even divorced for several years and got back together. That's real love. That's soulmate love right there. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what. It doesn't always go that way. It does not always go that way. So what I'm telling you is, young ladies and young men, when you go into the world and you meet somebody and you think, oh, well, this is the one. This is the one for me. Be a little guarded, back up a little bit, give it time. For God's sakes, listen to me when I say this. Don't go having sex right away. Yeah, don't. The church is right on this one. They don't recommend you go have sex right away. In fact, they say get married first. I don't know about that. I'm not going to argue that right here. But I'm going to tell you what. The first thing you don't want to do is go have sex. Why? Because if you do, you'll set the precedent. And if you happen to have good sex, then you're going to think that the relationship's going to kind of focus around the sexual part. And then I got news for you. The sex isn't always going to be good. And besides, it's only about 3% of a marriage, if that sometimes. So it's not a big slice of the pie, the happiness pie. It's not. I know this. I'm an expert in this subject. I really am. Listen, I am in love with all you guys, but not like that. But I will tell you this. Romantic love is a tricky thing. It's very tricky. It's very, 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 very tricky. And if you're a romantic spirit, like some of you guys are, because I've talked to you about it, then you're set to get yourself caught in a big booby trap. And the booby trap is that you're going to get caught up in somebody, and you're going to think this is the way it's going to be forever, and you're going to live happily ever after, and la, 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 and it's not going to happen. Now, what do I recommend? I recommend you take your time, get to know the person. Also, I recommend you get to know different kinds of people so you know what kind of person you like. There's a lot to this. I've written 3 or 4 books about it. And I'm going to tell you what. You want to be careful. You want to be careful out there. Just take your time. Don't be in a hurry. It's not the end of the world if you're not married by 25, 26, 27. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Look, it's all part of the balanced life. When we talk about the mind and the body, social and the spiritual, falling in love is a mental thing. It's a physical thing. It's a social thing. And it's certainly a spiritual thing. It's all 4. There are aspects of falling in love. I had trouble putting falling in love in my book. I finally put it under social, but there are mental aspects to falling in love. There are physical aspects, of course, to falling in love. Sex, hello. And there are social aspects, of course, because you fall in love with another person. That's a social relationship right there. And then there are spiritual aspects or ramifications, look that word up, of falling in love too. So there's a lot to it. I want you guys to know that. And I want you to take your time and do a little research. There's books out there you can read about it. You can Google stuff on the internet about it. And be careful of what you believe of what you Google. But, you know, there's a lot you can learn about this. Now, I want to teach more about this because one of my ladies today, Celia, said, I want to tell you that you got to be more relevant to some of the things us guys are going through. And I thought, okay. I thought about that, honey, and I thought, well, let's see. What is the relevance of some of these subjects she could be talking about? I think maybe one of them is interpersonal relationships. I think she had a good point there. So thank you, honey, for your very good criticism of Daddy today. I really, really appreciate it. You're a doll. You're a real sweetheart. Thank you. So I'm not necessarily saying your word right because I want to protect the confidentiality of some of you guys. But I love you guys so much. I really do. I love you guys. This is why I do this. And I'm disappointed that so few of you have been watching some of the videos. Maybe they're boring. Maybe they're dry. Maybe they're over your heads. I don't know. But I do know this. I'm not quite ready to give up, although I'm going to make some cuts. We're not going to let people that are not watching the program be in the reimbursed program. I try to give you a little bit of money every Sunday for the cell phone reimbursement so you can go online and watch these teaching videos and then also some other educational things elsewhere if you want. But I'm not going to be able to do that if you're not watching these educational programming that we're giving, okay? I love you guys so much. I really do. I keep saying that every single time. Make comments. If you make a comment after this video, which is going to be video number 85, video number 85, if you make a comment down there and mention your name, tell me who you are, then I'm going to know you saw the video. And if you see this video, you watch it through its entirety, we're up over 9 minutes now, almost 10 minutes, one of the longest ones, then I know you've been watching the videos. Then I know you're still in the program. If I don't stop hearing from you, you're not going to be in the program. It's as simple as that. I love you guys. We're talking about falling in love. I've been in love a whole bunch of times. Guess what that makes me? Don't say an idiot, but that's probably true too. No, it makes me an expert. I've written four books on relationships, 2 books on sex, 3 if you want to count the third one. And I know about this stuff, so we're going to be talking about this stuff more later, okay? I love you guys so much. God bless you. Love you so much. Look to God for everything. God is the answer. Jesus set an example, and God is the answer. I love you guys so much. Come here and give me a kiss. Come here. I'm not trying to scare you. Love you so much. Bye-bye.